Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and we are back for some more league racing content here. We are back for Rapid Racing League for round number 5, ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Welcome back. Obviously, we missed last week's race out at, I believe, Austria, which was, no, it was not a sprint weekend, down at Austria. So obviously, not ideal to miss a race considering that we were sitting, I think, P3 in the championship, maybe P2 in the championship. So obviously, there's been some shakeups since I was gone for the week, but we are back. And here at Bahrain, a track where I do love. Sometimes my luck has not been very great around here. If you remember, actually back in season 2, we didn't really have the best of luck around here, so hopefully we can change that narrative around. So and try to get something going on the season. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this video. It was very fun to make this video, and I will see you guys at the end for the outro. But we're gonna take a look at the standings, and we'll dive right on into the race. So here's a look at the constructor standings so far. We're sitting P5, which is not great. Obviously missing a race was not ideal, and considering that Ben has been out for quite a bit. But we'll try to get some momentum going on the constructors. I think P2, maybe P3 could be still possible. Who really knows? And there is your drivers. Sitting P4 so far, but we can easily get overtaken here in the next couple of races. So we'll have to try to get some momentum going. But yeah, ultimately we'll have to see what happens in this race. And here we are ready for qualifying here around Bahrain. Yeah, overall coming into this weekend, I mean, I feel alright. I mean, I don't feel terrible, but qualifying I think is going to be pretty tough for me. I feel like I'm not sure how competitive we're going to be in qualifying, but we'll give it everything and see what we can do. But this is new. We're going out on the intermediate tires. So I don't know if I explained this before. There's Inter's pole now. You got about 6 minutes to set an Inter's lap, and if you get Inter's pole, you get a free point. I'm gonna try it, and this is probably gonna be the only time I am gonna try it. So I'm just curious to see what happens, but I'm not sure. I don't know how much grip this thing has, so I took it very easy. And you really only got one shot to get it, so I'm not expecting to get Inter's pole, but I'm just kind of here for the laughs and the giggles about it, honestly, because you never know what's gonna happen. I mean, we might get pulled, but I honestly right now I doubt it. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool to get an extra point, a little bonus point if you can. But so far, purple sector 1 at the moment. I think that is just a game bug, though. I'm not sure if that's really something to take seriously at the moment. And yeah, car is kind of sliding around just a little bit on the intermediate tires. So yeah, this thing does not have too much grip, which is kind of expected because obviously it is a rain tire and it's not a slick tire. But we're going to come across line. It's going to be a 132.3, and well, that's not even Inter's pole. Thomas, I believe, maybe have got it, and actually no, I think Bard might have actually got the Inter's pole. So both the Astons able to get to the front there on the Inter's pole. But yeah, you see a couple people, I mean, they didn't even set, I mean, they didn't even attempt to set laps, so that was honestly kind of expected. But here we go for our first flying lap here, and it's just going to be a good banker lap to really just get some time on the board. I'm not expecting it to be maybe too quick, but I will see. We were running a lot of 128s. The lowest time we got was like a 127.8, I want to say. So yeah, I mean, qualifying, like I said, qualifying for this track is it's not my cup of tea, but we all know qualifying is not my favorite part because I absolutely suck at qualifying. So yeah, we'll just try to get a good banker lap in so far. And yeah, with the setup, I mean, car doesn't feel too bad. I mean, the grip is there, that is for sure, but there's a couple things in with the car a little bit, and it kind of just steps out there just a little bit. Tires are really starting to get hot, and it's mainly through those S's section, the left and right, where it just tires just really just start to fall off at this point through the lap. And we're gonna come across the line now. It's gonna be a 128.1. It's gonna put us P4, jumps us ahead of Spicy, 6/10 off of, I believe that is Joseph, and I think 6/10 off pole entirely. And I know that's a full second now, so Docta has actually improved to a 127.1. So yeah, we gotta try to get there if we can somewhere, but it's gonna be a challenge. I mean, to get a 127.1 is very impressive. So we have to try to somewhere get close to that lap time if we can, and hopefully we can get close to it. But here we go for our final lap here. And well, we got it's the last lap, so we'll see what happens here. So far, we're lining up P6 on the grid. Hopefully, it's a lot better than so far. Come across the line now as we start our lap, and yeah, trying to use a little bit, trying different ERS strategies if I can. Going down to second gear to get the car rotated in very well. Actually, was not too great going down to second, but we were able to get on the power pretty quickly. Probably should have took it honestly in third. Now driving the car uphill. And one of my favorite braking zones right here. Just to get the car flowing through here as much as you can. I don't want to take too much of that outside curb, as there's a little bit of a glitch there. And then you want to go to the left and then to the right, and then you sling the car in very quickly, and you go down into the braking zone. Very easy to lock up as the braking is downhill. And you approach your car now going uphill, and then we're going to go down to the very most tricky braking zone, I think, out of the entire F1 game, and it's right here. Very tricky to get right. We go down into second gear, still losing the car on the exits. Probably should have taken maybe down in the third gear. I went into second just to get the rotation in very well, which I've been having to do quite a lot on this year's game. Notice one thing is that the brake marker boards are already gone anyway, so the brake marker boards are not there. We're trying to use our brain as much as we can to imagine those brake marker boards if they are still there at some point. So far, half a second up so far on this lap, trying to just get the car through there very well. And now found 6/10 up. And like I said, no brake markers right here, so I have to switch my eyes to the right side of the racetrack here to find the 100-meter board. We find that we broke a little bit early, not what I wanted to do as much as we can. We use up all the exit curb as we can. We're going to come across lines, could be somewhere into the 127s, and we go P3. This is not a bad lap whatsoever, and that might be honestly P4 because I think Mint possibly got
I always
pulled,
have good
but,
laps in time trial, and then
yeah,
when it
what a
comes to
lap. I'll take
qualifying
that.
itself, it just doesn't go well. I mean, to be honest, the 128.8 I could have pulled like a few more tenths out of it, maybe up to P10, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think if Reimer
You know.
hopped, I think if Reimer had a couple more laps, he probably would have beat my time. He would have been close to it.
I control that's a wheel in this. We're just getting on. I can hear you getting on the power like as soon as you get out the corner. I just can't do that.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's whack. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what I am doing. I kind of know my
I'm
shit.
probably just gonna go medium hards, to be honest. Was it people going the softs as well?
Okay, I'll go like
Again?
that. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna probably do this. It might not fucking work, but whatever.
Softs. Yeah.
It's telling me to do a
Understandable.
two-stop, but I'm just gonna go for the one.
Yeah, it's telling me to do a two-stop, but I'm gonna go for the one as well.
Yeah, 12 to 13 to the end was what worked for Josh Yanko. Yeah, honestly, I think the game is just trying to convince you it's a two-stop, but it's not. Well, the one-stop strategy is in the works, and we will try everything we can. As here we go for 20 laps here around Bahrain, and we are underway for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Actually, a pretty decent launch. We're going to jump ahead of Mint, and so far, obviously, that is the McLaren reserve driver. As Joseph Dunrock goes down the inside on Docta. Docta has been transferred over to Alpine when I was gone, so there's been some movement around the grid just a little bit so far, but a pretty clean start right off the line. As let's hear what ZLM's got to say.
Apparently I have no force feedback, but I have to try and reset it.
No force feedback on his controller, so we're already having issues, yeah, it's not great. It's not looking too great for ZLM at the moment, but hopefully he can just carry on and try to manage that issue if he can. But so far, Docta and Joseph side by side downhill through there, as Joseph's going to possibly do it. Enter Fernando Alonso if he can on Docta as he goes down on the inside on Docta. He leaves him just enough space, and Joseph is going to get around Docta. XPG Flame in full sender. Being very aggressive, they're also trying to get around senders on hards. Reimer already up into P6 as well, so he had a pretty great launch already off the line. And that's worked out
he has a half spin on the
quite good actually for him. And at the moment, so far you can hear a little bit of my radio through the screen and obviously through the audio. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I'm trying to see if I can really stay with these guys. That is honestly the next goal if we can, and that is honestly what I want to do, because I would like to stay with these guys if I can. But we'll have to see what happens, I guess you could say, through this part. But still carrying on here as we complete one lap down. Joseph just trying to break the toe as much as he can to see what really happens, but very slow on the straights at the moment. Aston Martin on the straight, bro. I feel like the Vantage on iRacing. It's pretty accurate to summarize how I feel so far in the straights. I mean, we feel like an Aston Martin on iRacing. We're just not too quick on the straights at the moment, but I don't know if those guys were burning much battery or not, or they're very aggressive. But there goes Mint down the inside on Docta, and Docta and Mint going side by side, the McLaren and the Alpine. These two teams have still having their fierce rivalry, I guess you could say, between the two of them. As you can see, Mint moves up ahead of Docta, and we still carrying along. And we're just going to slide into fourth here. And at the moment, I mean, I'm pretty happy with just kind of at this point managing and just kind of just trying to stay behind these guys as much as we can. But Docta, he's not very quick on the straight, so this might be a great opportunity to make a pass on Docta. As you can see, just look at that wing level that he has. I'm not sure what his wing level is, but he is very slow on the straight, so we got to pounce here because here comes XPG Flame, who is like a rocket ship on the straight line. So we're going to make the inside down on Docta if we can.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry, Doctor.
Slight contact to Docta in the Alpine, but he was pretty cool with it after the race. Here comes XPG Flame, who's got a monster run around the outside. Goes XPG Flame, and we get a little bit of compromise, make a little bit of mistake, touch the inside curb there, not ideal. And XPG Flame moves up ahead of both of us. So XPG Flame has got a 2-for-1 combo, if you want to say in that moment. But so far, Mint's keeping up with Joseph. So this win is not so far. I mean, Joseph, he's kind of, I don't know if he's struggling or Mint's just able to stay with him, but this is actually quite helping us just a little bit to kind of just stay with this train. And XPG Flame also as well, who's now lining up in the third. I believe both those guys in front of us are on controller as well, so very impressive to see that the controller players are still very quick on this year's game. That is for sure. But Docta and Reimer now both obviously now the new Alpine pairing. Just trying to at this point, I think they're just more just trying to see what happens, I guess you could say, up front. But Mint all over the back of Joseph. And XPG Flame, he's had some couple lockups here on lap 6 so far, as we fast forward quite a bit. But yeah, no, there's been a couple lockups here from XPG Flame. He's kind of struggling just a little bit so far, and it's not ideal as oh, there goes Mint!
Holy shit. That boy just caught air.
Okay, clear.
Damn, that fucking sucks. Alright, ZLM, I need you to be careful with that exit curb coming out of before you enter the S's.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, please get away from that curb, bud.
I'll stay as far away as I can.
Thank you.
That was a weird moment for Mint. He just kind of got caught up in a game glitch, and I think that might have gave him like a track limits warning or something like that. But yeah, that was not ideal for Mint, I guess you could say. And actually, well, it didn't help us one bit because now XPG Flame has lost the DRS to Joseph. So now we have to, well, now at this point, I'm not really know what to do. And now at this point, it's just kind of a battle for second. But Mint goes on the inside on Docta for P4. So Mint, very quick as well. I haven't really raced with him. It's my first time actually racing with Mint. But yeah, no, he's very quick. So he's definitely going to be someone that's going to be challenging for a title here in this league at the moment, I guess you could say. But XPG Flame, still so far, just kind of, yeah, at this point, I think he's just also just trying everything he can. Obviously, like I said, there's a pretty massive difference between tire wear on the controller compared to the wheels. So the tire wear on the controller is not great for the controller players, but he's still kind of chugging along at this point. And now it's just one big DRS train at the moment. We have to sort of try to make a pass here on XPG Flame pretty quickly because Mint, he is coming like a rocket, and he's going to be very aggressive here as he might sneak his nose down the inside. We're going to kind of cut him off just a little bit there and trying not to give him, well, trying to make it fair, but also trying to make sure he hopefully doesn't get a pass around us. So obviously, like I said, this is for position, I guess you could say, for P3. So far, sledding into the podium is honestly the main goal. But got DRS now on XPG Flame. So this time, hopefully it's maybe going to be an opportunity here down the inside, but I just really cannot get close just enough. As you can see, he's going to get a slight lockup there for the kick Sauber driver. And at the moment, we may have a great opportunity to go up the hill, up into turn number 3 to make this pass if we can, as we're going to go up in on the inside on XPG Flame. XPG Flame kind of just let us go there at this point. I didn't really think he was going to fight it too much, and we move up into P2 in this race. So yeah, this race has been going pretty well, and Joseph, he's got a 2.3 second lead at the moment. So now the question is, can we really just kind of close that gap down? And I'm not too confident. You see it's 2.6 now. So yeah, he's like an animal. He's flying along the racetrack. And XPG Flame and obviously Mint and Mindmaster all behind as well, kind of on different strategies at the moment. You can see there's a couple people that's pit. Docta's pitted, Reimer's pitted. Reimer's actually jumped this train, and there is a pretty big train of cars right there, but we're going to come into the box now as we got a McLaren double stack going on down here into the pit lane, so anything could happen here so far.
Alright, they're double stacking at McLaren. JD's in the box. Reimer's probably going to get ahead of this train. I'm going to be caught up in that shit. I might have fucked myself up.
I don't think we cooked ourselves, but it might be very tight on the pit exit, because we're coming on the pit exit now. Look at that gaggle of cars. That gaggle of cars continues with Docta, Spicy, Sender. I believe someone else is possibly in that train. That might honestly be the only cars in that train, but we're going to jump ahead of Spicy and full Sender as Mint and Docta get caught up in that train, so they're now blocked between Spicy and Sender, so we have a little bit of wiggle room here. And thankfully someone in my chat, if you're watching this video, you know who you are. So far, Nuggies and Sender, they've yet to pit. They are extending their tires as much as they really can at the moment. I think they're just kind of waiting for a safety car, and I'm just kind of waiting to see when Sender's going to pit, because I think Sender might make the first move. But did you see, I don't think he's got the DRS-2 Spicy, but Spicy, we're just kind of dragging Spicy along, and he's been able to get the DRS, and he's actually going to jump out of XPG Flame as well. So this has helped us quite a bit, and this has helped Reimer as well, as Reimer was able to also pounce on that, because he pitted before everybody else did to get the pretty massive undercut, and he so far has able to pull that off, and we're going to get the DRS with Reimer. So obviously Reimer's going to struggle a little bit towards the end of the race. Obviously going to have 2 lap older hards compared to what we do. We're going to have fresher hards than what Reimer does at the end, but anything can happen. I mean, the door for P2 is still wide open, as here comes Reimer now playing his defense mode to break the toe if he can. And obviously that is one of Reimer's techniques. He likes to go down the inside and weave just a little bit and then fling the car to the right to not make sure his opponent gets the toe. So we're kind of learning a little bit of his tricks. We haven't really raced actually with Reimer quite a bit, but I know how he races, so obviously very clean as well. So I think we might get a good battle here for P2 depending on what happens so far in this race. But I believe Sender has pitted so far, or he's lost out, but XPG Flame is all over the back now of Spicy, and also you have Docta and Mint back there as well. So yeah, like I said, I mean, it is just going to be a pretty massive train at this point through the race to for those guys behind, because they have to kind of wait for Spicy to pit, I guess you could say. But so far Reimer's catching up onto the Mercedes, who was a reserve driver. I still can't remember who that is in the server. I am terrible with the name. I'm not sure who that is again, but Thomas retires into the pit lane. He's called it a day. I believe that is a Div 2 driver, and XPG Flame actually goes straight off, and he's out of the race. And there's a VSC deployed. So VSC has been deployed. I'm not sure what happened to XPG Flame, but something happened.
Depends how long it stays out for. Are you close to the pits?
Yeah.
Don't see why not, to get the extra mediums.
Well, I don't
Like
know.
fresh
I
medium.
mean, I
Up
don't.
to you.
No,
What
fuck it.
are
I
your
ain't-
tyres on?
I ain't pitting. Fuck that. I ain't pitting.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, judging by those words, I ain't pitting. Obviously, I don't. We ain't pitting, so we're just gonna go to the end if we can. Slight lock up there. Not ideal to really get the car into the window. The tires were very cold at that safety car restart. But Docta and Mint now, they're 2 seconds back, and now obviously they're probably gonna play some DRS. They're gonna probably do a lot of DRS sharing if they can, I think, as well, to try to catch up to me and Reimer if they can. But yeah, so far this is a battle for P2, so this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Obviously, like I said, we haven't raced with Reimer fully yet, and obviously every time we've raced together we have been teammates, so obviously very close friends in real life. So this is going to be pretty fun between me and him. So it's going to be one of the first times you get to see me and Reimer in action. So it's been quite a minute, but here we go. As Reimer's just trying to break the toe, but we got the slipstream. We're going to get the DRS here. We're going to try to go around the outside of Reimer if we can. Reimer's going to defend the inside line very well as we go around the outside, going down to second gear if we can, just to get the rotation in very well. And so far, Reimer leaving the space. We got the run a little bit. Now let's go uphill. And we're going to get the DRS ahead, but Reimer's got a lot more battery compared to what we do, I think, at the moment. I think he's got a little bit more battery. He's going to go down the inside. We're going to try to go around the outside if we can. Still side by side, wheel to wheel. Actually, you can see his car kind of comes up just a little bit on the track, but he left the room just enough. Are we going to go around the outside? No, we do not. Reimer defends the inside very well That was very good racing between us two. And yeah, no, Reimer, he definitely was going to defend that inside line. And you know, I was going to try to go around the outside if we can, but I just did not have the I was not trusting it. So I'm going to have to try again. But here we go on lap 21 now. Reimer is going to have to defend for his life here because, like I said, his tires are going to be a lot more older at the end of the race. But telling us to pit, screw that. We go down the inside if we can, and we're going to try to make the pass here on, obviously, Reimer. If we can, we go down the inside. We give him just enough space as we go up into turn number 2 and up turn 3 if we go now uphill. Now the question is, we're going to defend the inside line. Here comes Mint. Does Mint possibly make an effort to get around us if we can? I'm not sure, as we break a little bit earlier. Not 100% sure why we did that. Reimer goes around the outside. Reimer's still around the outside, but now the question is, does he have the balls to go around the outside? Yes, he does, as he makes the move. What a pass from Reimer. As you can see, us two still giving it all and everything, as we're trying to do a little bit of a switchback here if we can. And still just trying to give it all. I'm trying every trick I can to get around Reimer, but I cannot make the pass whatsoever. And Reimer just defends very well. As you can hear my frustration now, I don't know how to get around him. I'm doing everything I can. I don't know how to get around him. We're going to try to go around the outside if we can on Reimer. Reimer's going to defend the inside line. Do we make the pass around the outside? Yes, we do, as we finally jump ahead of Reimer. That was just some great racing right there. That was a great minute of just excellent racecraft between all of us. I mean, to all the kids out there who don't know how to race side by side, I mean, you just need to watch that because that was amazing.
Oh, that's W race right there.
That is what I call, like, that was peak right there. Peak battle between the two friends in real life, and now we're going to have to try to use Reimer's defense tactics to, now we're going to have to try to defend this as much as we can. Obviously, the slipstream, it's not too powerful, so I think he might be a little bit in the zone of, okay, I'm probably not going to, it's probably going to be pretty tough to get around him. But he's under pressure from Mint, who's got a 3-second time penalty, but Doctor also, as well as teammates, both the Alpines against one McLaren. So it's, at the moment, at the top 5, I mean, it's 2 McLarens, 2 Alpines, and then you got 1 Racing Bulls up here as well. So, I mean, so far, I mean, this front 4 is very competitive. But honestly, at this point, I'm just calling this a net win so far at the moment. I mean, Joseph, he is just an absolute animal when it comes to these races. I mean, he's 11 seconds ahead. I mean, the guy is just so quick, and I have nothing but else to say other than he's just very quick. So to beat Joseph, you gotta push yourself to the limit, and I don't think any of us in this top 4, I think sometimes we might have a shot, but Joseph, he is just way too good, and that is giving all credit down to Joseph Dunrod. So congrats to him so far, as he's most likely going to probably get this win. So at the moment, I'm just going to call this at this point, I'm just going to call it P2 a net win if we can hold off. Honestly, that is the next question, because I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, because we know that I could be a bit of a bottle job, and that obviously that's not what we want to happen. So we are just going to try to, at this moment now, I mean, we're just going to try to see if we could just bring this car home to the end. Reimer, he just really cannot get close to us on the straights, which is kind of clutch for us, but we're going to check up here on ZLM and see how he is doing in this race.
P11 at the moment.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 39.
It is going to be P12 though, because Sam's on fresh mediums, and I have got no force feedback, by the way.
Word.
I haven't even got it on the curbs. I can't feel my car. Basically, I'm driving on air.
He's not doing too bad, so he's obviously going to get a point, but good points for us, honestly. That is honestly going to help us quite a bit in this championship. But here we go for the final lap. Reimer, I think, does have the DRS ahead of Mint, so we were able to kind of give him DRS. Doct has kind of just fallen back a little bit. I think he's just kind of settled in that he's going to get the podium. Well, he's going to... Yeah, no, I apologize. He's going to get P4, not a podium. That is my mistake. But, yeah, Joseph is... congrats to Joseph. He wins another race for McLaren, and very quick for him. But we're going to come home P2. We haven't raced here in a couple... I think it was last week we actually missed the last round. But it's going to be a P2 for us. We get some sort of a spark going, and, yeah, good result. I will take that. Thank you very much.
That as a win. Like, that's not even bad. I'll take a P2 any day of the week. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'll just take that as a win. Joseph is just some Max Verstappen at this point.
Yeah, he's very ridiculous.
He is so good.
Wait, Bards just retired. That's going to be a free position.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I think he retired before I don't think he hit the line.
Didn't? Oh, well, that's P11 then.
I don't think
Oh,
he
well.
did. I don't think he did. Just cross the line. Just do it. Oh my god, he didn't cross the line. Oh my god, Noel's gonna be pissed at him. That's P11. Let's go, Z.
I think that's 2 points. I'll take that.
Oh my god, dude. Why did he DNF before the start finish straight? That's so dumb. There you go, and yeah, what a race. Finishing P2, 12 seconds off of Joseph Dunrod, but to be fair, I mean, that guy is just an animal. Way too quick for the whole grid, so he is very competitive, but yeah, so far P2, good result, and that's going to put us P5 in the driver's standing, so we missed out, obviously, with Joseph taking that win. Definitely helped him out in the standings. When we look at the constructors, we now actually sit pretty comfortable when it comes to the constructor standings. I believe we are P4. Yeah, there you go. So we move up one. The fight's not over. We can still probably get third, but I think second might be a little bit out of reach. It just depends on if McLaren's drivers do show up for the end of the race. But yeah, it's going to be a critical fight here towards the end. So there you have it, a P2. Pretty solid result considering that we honestly, the qualifying lap was really good, and I think that the P2 was ultimately a good, start to just kind of get something going for the second half of the season. So very happy with the P2. Hopefully we'll keep this momentum going into, which is Singapore. I'll be back for Singapore. I'm missing this weekend's race due to going out of state for the day. So obviously not ideal again, but we'll just try to carry the momentum for the rest of the season. But thank you guys for enjoying this video. Thank everybody for watching this video. I appreciate all the support you guys give this channel. It truly means a lot. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video.